All right. So on the daily, we filled all of the inefficiencies, but then we do have a little bit more on the weekly on ES. Looking at ES because of the flow. So, and if I'm gonna long it, I'm gonna trade ES. So yeah, has it balanced this one though? I still think this is in play to rebalance this. Maybe it doesn't happen. I still would want it to happen today. Um, but I'm wondering if I should trust the range. So I'm gonna be looking at all the charts here. Part of me there is a bearish SMT here, so I think that could be literally a short right now. But I'm not gonna take it because of the conflicting flow. And then we have these relative equal lows that we've totally swept. Um, but we don't have any sort of higher time frame market structure shift. So if I was gonna get long, I'm gonna wait. Um, and I think into tapping into here, to using this order block maybe, or this one. But I need to see some bullish SMT. And as of right now, everything is still bearish on that shorter time frame. Nasdaq barely took out this low, but I would actually expect it to, um, if it's going to respect this BPR, then it would hopefully tag this order block. Um, but yeah, we do have the higher time frame bearish targets at some point, and we're still thinking that this gets rebalanced. Um, just to look at if there's anything we're missing on the stock charts. Yeah, not rebalanced on the stock chart at all. Daily, we have a little gap here, so maybe that is what we're going to head for. So there's a little gap there. It's actually a pretty big gap. So maybe we'll just label that. But yeah, a gap here, so maybe that's exactly where we want to head. Gap hasn't been filled either. So we got some gaps there. Crazy. Yeah, we'll mark the whole thing. Yeah, below where we're at on yes. Um, so on this range on SPY, we're not into discount, and that gap is into discount, and we got new week opening gap. So this would be like some sort of order block here. Is it significant? Well, we have that balanced price range down there, and this being the order block. So possibly, yeah, we come down into here, fill the gap. Yeah. So things are also lining up with that same level on SPY and SPX, basically is the idea. And then NASDAQ still got that balanced price range area. That would possibly line up. So we look for a SMT there. All right, Russell. So Russell has almost completely rebalanced this. The same thing as the other ones. On the 4-hour, we're still expecting this to probably head lower before it goes higher. I'm thinking it actually may respect this order block, just like kind of like NASDAQ. And so maybe it would use the midline of this order block. Or just this, sell off. But we'll see. Yeah, everything looks like it wants to come lower, at least for now. We created relative equal lows here on RTY. So expecting that to be taken. I'll change that. Relative equal lows. And it probably will take this out, but we'll see. These are relative equal lows. And on the index chart, looks like we have almost filled the gap. And this is the old accumulation order block into here. So I think we may be heading back into that area of interest. You know, just everything kind of lining up into this area, this zone. But yeah, right now it has a little bit more of a gap to fill. It's so bright. So it hasn't completely filled the gap yet. But it is definitely into an area where it could bounce. Like this is midline DE of the order lock. Kind of lines up with that area on the futures chart. YM. So YM doesn't have a daily. YM's already rebalanced. So YM is much more bullish looking than everything else. Problem is, where do we long it? We're gonna get long. So we use this whole range. Still not into discount. So yeah, I would kind of expect it to maybe it creates a SMT with everything else. So watching all these come down, excuse me. Maybe we get this low into here. This is like a very obvious relative equal highs, relative equal lows area. So, I mean, maybe CPI, we end up using this area later, but I mean, it does look like it would want to trade lower and possibly sweep this, because that's what it does. So just keeping that on the chart. Not like it has to do that, but it is a very obvious retail level. So as for the Dow, you have a gap there too. So wait for that gap to be interacted with. So yeah, um, as of right now, it does look like things are going to go lower, but there's just nothing that I would take. Um, yeah, this is not my style. Flow to me was just super bearish, or sorry, bullish. So if anything, it might already be going up, and that's the problem for me right now. Is it seems like that it's not that it seems like we would need an SMT for me to be confident in longing this, and I mean I guess we do here since Nasdaq's taken this low, but it it should be like it's weaker. So I'd want to see ES actually have a sell-off while Nasdaq is stronger. And to me, that would mean there's a manipulation. But I could be backwards with that. And yeah, it looks like here you're getting lower low, lower highs, and this high was pretty crazy. This area on the YM came all the way back up to the same area. And we had a higher low into here. So makes sense. But yeah, nothing on the higher time frame to trade long. So if anything, it is like short, but the flow's looking really bullish. So trade that. So I'm I'm looking for the long. Uh, I'm looking for the long, and I'm missing some things. So gonna wait till that occurs. And other than that, I'll be looking for more things and trying to figure more things out. I still feel like I'm not all the way, like I don't know what's going on. So I think I need to do more diligence and just really take a look at all these charts again, just from top down. Um, and then on top of that, you know, oh, um, yeah, just see how the intermarkets are correlated these days. Dollar, I used to use dollar a lot, and it just seems like I'm kind of out of sync with like how the dollar's been working in tandem with the indices. Obviously, recently the dollar's been coming down. It's dollar's been coming down since June until August, and if you look at the YM from June, June until August, it's like just hard to say because it's all the way up, all the way back down. So, and right now we're on the dollar, we're just consolidating at the lows. We've had a nice bounce since Monday, August 20th until September 3rd. The 26th to the 3rd, let's look at ES. So here's the 26th up here at the highs, and then the 3rd is still at the highs. So, and then we had a crazy sell-off. So just hard for me to determine what the bias is right now, which means don't trade. Looks like gold took out this low while also tagging this order block to see this one if you, yeah, close to the CE. So it's probably hit higher. What else? Crypto did not expect it to go this low on, well, on the total. I was hoping it would use this area here, turn that into a relative equal low, and then took it out. And respected that order block down here. So, oh wait, why did I delete that? That was easy. So yeah, looking for these relative equal lows to be swept and possibly get into a long. Build in and respected the order block down here. So, oh, even if it's just a short-term trade, it could be a good area. Get long just for a retrace. So if crypto is going to line up with what we're looking for, I mean, this could be the bottom. But the problem is Ethereum's got relative equal lows now. That doesn't look good to long. XRP bounced exactly where you would expect it to, where it should, into this order block. So, I mean, doesn't mean it's gonna stop here, but this is definitely the area you would want it to. And these are not that close enough to be relative. This is Bitstamp, check the futures. Yeah, so we'll see. Seems like it could be though. Candle looks like it closed into the order block, so like it was respected. So you could, yeah, frame that. But yeah, I think I'll be taking a stab for a trade there on a swing. Maybe reduce some size just because it's not as clean as I'd want it. Like I don't like how deep that came. But it's crypto, so it tends to do that. Bitcoin, yeah, Bitcoin just hitting C. Whatever. Oh, that's not the CE. But anyways, does look pretty symmetrical for what you'd want it to bounce at. JPY, just tag that new low, or equal low, created an equal low. So probably gets swept, maybe bounces here, or short term. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I feel like I'm off. I need to see how everything's been correlated lately. So I can't figure it out. Just gotta keep waiting. But yeah, looking for a long, just looking for SMT. We'll wait for the open. I'd expect the long to happen today, just based on daily imbalance.